All right, let's talk about something we all think we understand: influence. But what if I told you most of us get it completely wrong? Today, we're going to dig into a powerful, maybe even a little uncomfortable truth about what really makes people tick. You ready? Let's dive in. Just let that sink in for a moment. Power isn't won by being the most loyal person in the room, and it's definitely not about asking nicely. This single line, man, it just cuts right to the chase and sets the tone for everything we're about to unpack. It's basically telling us that power isn't random. It moves when a very specific lever gets pulled. And it makes sense, right? It's kind of our default setting to appeal to someone's good side. You ask for help hoping they'll be compassionate or grateful for something you did in the past. But here's the kicker. What if that's the absolute worst thing you can do? What if that's one of the biggest strategic blunders you could ever make? Okay, so let's start peeling back the layers on this whole illusion of mercy. Why is banking on someone's kindness not just a risky move, but a strategy that's, well, pretty much doomed from the get-go? Here's the real problem, the heart of it all. Kindness. It's an emotion. And emotions? They're totally unpredictable, kind of like the weather. One minute it's sunny, the next there's a thunderstorm. Someone might feel super generous right now, but the second it costs them something real, their time, their cash, their reputation, poof, that warm, fuzzy feeling of goodwill can vanish. Just like that. So you can see that two are worlds apart, right? On one side, you've got mercy. It's all emotion, totally unreliable, and it has a serious expiration date. But self-interest? Whoa, that's a different beast altogether. It's strategic. It's constant. It's something you can actually count on because it's profitable. One is basically wishful thinking. The other? That's like cold, hard cash. All right, so if appealing to mercy is like trying to hammer a nail with a sponge, what's the right tool? Well, that brings us to the main event, the core of this whole explainer, the law of self-interest. And trust me, this is the unspoken, unbreakable rule that's running in the background of almost every single human interaction. Okay, listen up, because this is it. This is the big one. The single most important takeaway. You have to stop talking about what you need. Stop talking about how grateful you'll be. From now on, you've got to frame every single request around what's in it for them. It's about their gain, not your need. Their win, not your problem. And hey, don't for a second think this is some new age corporate mumbo-jumbo. Nope. This is as old as time itself. Think about it. Kings and queens throughout history didn't keep their allies around because they were best buddies. They kept them around because the alliance was profitable. It paid off. Usefulness, at the end of the day, has always been a much stronger glue than just liking someone. Okay, let's talk about mercy's close cousin, gratitude. You know the deal. You do a big favor for someone and you think, okay, they owe me one. You think you've created this little bank of goodwill they'll be excited to pay back. But the truth is, gratitude has a shockingly short shelf life. The best way to think about gratitude is like a brand new car. The second you do the favor, that's when its value is highest. But as soon as you drive it off the lot, as time goes on, it starts depreciating, fast. The memory gets a little fuzzy, and the minute it becomes a hassle for them to return the favor, that debt is pretty much forgotten, wiped from the books. So here's what it all boils down to, and this is so crucial. A favor you did in the past, that's just a memory, and a fading one at that. But a benefit they can get in the future, now that is a powerful motivator. One is looking in the rearview mirror, the other is looking at the road ahead. And that difference? That's everything. Okay, theory is great, right? But it's kind of useless if you can't put it into practice. So how do we actually use this stuff? Let's switch gears now from the what to the how. Let's get into the mindset of a real power player. It's actually pretty simple. Before you ask for anything, just pause and ask yourself these three questions. First, what does this person really want deep down? Second, what are they terrified of losing? And don't just guess, you got to do your research. Once you have the answers to those two questions, you've found your lever. Then all you have to do is frame your request as the perfect solution to get them what they want or protect them from what they fear. I mean, this is what most of us do, right? The weak appeal. Please help me. I'd be so grateful. But what does that actually do? It makes you sound needy. It puts all the weight on them and their mood. It basically says, hey, I have a problem, and leaves it as, well, your problem. But now look at the power appeal. This project will make us both win. See that? The difference is night and day. It's not a plea anymore. It's a proposition. It's an invitation to share a victory. You're changing the frame from help me with my burden to let's seize this opportunity together. And that is how you open doors that would otherwise be slammed shut. So, what's the end game in all of this? I mean, it's not just about getting a yes on your next request. It's about playing the long game. It's about taking this law of self-interest to its ultimate conclusion, which is achieving the most powerful position of all, becoming completely indispensable. This is the black belt level right here. When you can actually tie your own success to the self-interest of the people around you, something amazing happens. They're not just your colleagues or your boss anymore. They become your investors. They literally need you to succeed because your win is their win. And when that happens, watch out. They'll start clearing the path for you. Let's boil it all down. People who help you just to be nice, they can walk away tomorrow, no strings attached. But the people whose own success, whose own money, whose own security is tied to you, they can't afford to lose you. They just can't. You've literally made yourself a critical part of their world. So if you remember nothing else from this entire explainer, remember this one thing. Before every interaction, before every ask, just ask yourself this question. Am I presenting myself as a charity case or as a valuable investment? The goal is never, ever to be pitiful. It's to be profitable. So it's time to stop asking. Stop begging for power. Stop pleading for help. Instead, put all of your energy into becoming valuable. Focus on tying your success to the success of other people. Make your wins so incredibly beneficial to them that they can't resist helping you. If you can do that, you'll find you never have to ask for power. It'll just find